In this meeting, we will talk about the second parts of speech. It is verb. The discussion will cover definition, regular and irregular verbs, linking verbs, and then followed by auxiliary verbs, and the last is ing forms. And this is the first part of the discussion. Let's start from definition. So what is verb? Verb is the predicating or the linking word which expresses states or conditions. So verb will come after subject in the sentence function. It is the predicating or the linking word. It becomes the bridge between the subject and other function in the sentence. For example, object or complement. So after subject, it should be followed by verb. This is the obligatory part of a sentence. And then let's see the next explanation. First, we're going to differentiate verbs between regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs have similar forms in past and in past participle parts by adding ed. For example, for the verb walk, then it will have the second verb and the third form of verb walked, walked. The same way also can be seen for the word offer. The verb to and the verb 3 of this word is simply by adding ed at the end. So the form will be offered and offered. Offer for present, offered for past tense, and offered for past participle. And then irregular verbs have forms that differ from the regular tense forms. They are realized in various types. So there will be some pattern of irregular verbs. Because it is said as irregular, we need to know those various types, as we can see here in this table. So there will be this type: AAA, AAB, ABB, ABA, and ABC. Of course, later on, you don't need to memorize this just like a formula in math. You can recognize it along the way as you read and learn a lot. So this is the base of the verb. The base here means that it is realized in present or verb 1. For example, this pattern AAA means that the verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3 of this verb will be the same, as we can see in this verb or in this example, put and cut. So the word put and cut will have the same form whether it is in past tense or in past participle, whether it is in verb 2 or in verb 3. So the pattern is AAA. And then the second pattern is AAB. Means that the same form is found in the verb 1 and verb 2, but it is different in verb 3. For example, the word beat. So the base and the past of this verb will be the same: beat, beat, but it is different for the verb 3, beaten. Okay, that's the pattern for AAB. And then the third pattern is ABB. It is different from the second one, that in this pattern, only base, verb 2 and verb 3 are the same, but verb 1 is different. Let's see the example of find. The verb 2 of find is found and found. And then leave. The verb 2 and verb 3 of leave is left and left. For these words, if you see this unfamiliar for you, then you should check in dictionary to find the meaning. The next is this pattern ABA. So the same form is in verb 1 and verb 3, but verb 2 is different. For example, the word come, came, and come. And then another example is run, ran, run. And then the last pattern is the verbs which are completely different between the first, the second, and the third form of verbs. We can see here speak, spoke, spoken, sing, sang, sung, grow, grew, ground, and other examples. So you will know this as you read text along with how much reading you do. Those are the form of irregular verbs. And here are the examples of the use of the irregular verbs. Let's see from the examples. The first example is I cut my finger. I cut my finger means that your finger is because of a knife, for example, but it is unintentionally. So you don't really cut your finger, but this is the grammar of English. And then in this sentence, we cannot determine whether it is in present or in the past, as there is no more information regarding the tense, because cut can be used in verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3, except this sentence gives us some additional information or time cues at the end of the sentence. And then let's see the second example. Put the books on the table. Here the word put or the verb put is put in the initial position of the sentence, meaning that this sentence is a command or an order. Put the books on the table. So it can be in present and it can be in past. We will know the tense if there is once again time cues or the previous sentence or the following sentence indicate the tense. It's not common for command to have time cues at the end of the sentence. The next example is he beat him hard on the chest. Here we have the word beat. Beat has the pattern AAB, meaning that the verb 1 and the verb 2 of this word is the same. So this word can be present or past tense. But there is a way for us to determine the tense of this sentence, as the verb is only beat without ending s, meaning that this is in past. Because if this sentence is in the present, it should be he beats him. The verb should be ended by s because the subject is third person singular. So if it is in present, it should be he beats him hard on the chest. The next sentence is our team had beaten our own record. Had beaten indicates perfect because had is in the past, so it is past perfect. Of course, in this past perfect pattern, had should be followed by verb 3. So beaten here is verb 3. The next sentence is the kids ran away in fright when the dentist came. From the table, we know that the word or the verb ran is for verb 2. And then beside that, we can know that this sentence is written in past tense because the next verb used here is in the past tense as well, came. Then we have complete information that this sentence is past tense. The next one is my grandpa spoke different languages. Okay, here again, this is the verb with pattern ABC, meaning that the verb 1, 2, and 3 of this verb has different form. So spoke, according to the table, is for verb 2. It is past tense. My grandpa spoke different languages. The last example is the assignment should be submitted in spoken form. Spoken form. So spoken form here is verb 3 of the word speak. So speak is the verb 1, spoke is verb 2, and spoken is verb 3. So those are the examples of using irregular verbs in sentences. We will continue to the second part of verb topic after this in the next video. So see you.